All right. Here we go. All right, so blur, name of a band in the 90s, but it's also an option you could do in YouTube. How do you blur a video? All right, so you're going to go to a video that you like to blur, okay? So let's say you want to just blur. Let me pick. There's one I wanted to pick. I never can remember where it is. Oh, there we go. So you pick the video you want to blur.
All right, so now the
All right,
final
be
part.
quiet, Matt. And then you click edit video. Or you can go to your content, hover over, right, and click edit video as well. What you end up doing is clicking on editor, okay? So if you click edit video, right, and then you go to editor right here, right? Now you have the option to blur. So here's what you can do, all right? Click blur parts of your video, go to custom blur, okay? So now the blue line denotes the fact that it's going to be blurred right here, okay? The time of the blur is from 0 seconds to 10 seconds, which could be changed. The way the blur looks is right here. You can move this around, right? You could resize it, okay? All right. So now, once I did all that jazz, okay, do this one. Once I did all that, right, it's showing me that from 0 seconds to 5 seconds, I'm going to have this blur. And you can see down here, if you click around this line, it's blurred, not blurred, right? So what you could do, all right, is you can extend this blur. Say you want to extend it to right here, right, which is about 7.5 seconds. You just go like that, and then you have the blur that's longer, okay? And again, you can move it too, right? Usually you just blur on one fixated object, okay? Also, okay, you could also change this. Like say you're in a video down here, right? You could add another blur, okay, to right here, and it starts right here, which is at 27 seconds. You could change this to 27 seconds, right, to 28 seconds. And then you could also make that 29, okay? And then there's your blur right there. So you could do a blur in the beginning, you could do it at any point within here by just hitting the add button right here, okay? You can make it a oval blur, doesn't matter. Blur behavior, bad behavior. All right, so I mean, it's pretty much whatever you want to do, right? Add a blur wherever you want. Any questions, contact us.